Hey guys, it's SRC Reptiles, and I have not been making videos very often. I'm just going to put it out there for most of the people that probably already have figured this out. But I'm not really going to be doing YouTube too much, just because there's so much going on now in my life, more hobbies and stuff that I've found that I enjoy a lot more. And after I stopped breeding reptiles, it just got to where I really didn't have a whole bunch of stuff that I felt like would be interesting enough to share with you guys. But this here I will share with you because I think personally that it turned out good. But these three things I'm going to show you are 2-gallon or 2.5 tanks that I've got 2 wolf spiders and a scorpion, and they each of course have their own. So this is my rabid wolf spider. I just got done with her and the striped bark scorpion, which I need to fix these again. But they now have one of these little cups, and then what I do is hot glue the sphagnum moss, which I have sitting over there at the current moment, into this container. So all I have to do when I want to dampen this down is pick the hide up, spray it, and put it back down versus having a mound of moss in there that could potentially mold. So I'll show you the scorpion real quick because you guys don't really get to see them very often. I'm just going to say he for now. I have no idea what the gender of the scorpion is. Looks like he is checking out the humid hide right now. And I've got a couple rocks over here. All the rocks that I have are from my rock collection. So it's like I figured I might as well put them to good use. So this is actually where the heat pad is in this area. I was going to put that humid hide over here at first until I remembered the heat pad actually is right here. So I was like, that's not going to work out. These 2 plants as well as these 3 leaves are all glued down, but the rocks are not. So over here, same thing. Glued down with these, the rocks are not. And then of course the humid hide. My female rabid wolf spider is chilling over here currently. I got to thinking with the spider I have closely related to a tarantula, which I will show you guys in a minute. I haven't, like I said, been making videos for a while. With my Mexican fireleg, which is the spider I have that I just recently got from Petco like a month or so ago, she has a humid hide as well as like a little water dish, but mainly they don't really need real high humidity and stuff. Well, she just recently had molted, and I got to thinking, I don't have little humid hides for any of my other critters when it comes to the 2 spiders and the scorpion. So I got to thinking, and that's when I made this little deal here for them. So just in case for some reason the wolf spiders or the scorpion needed to molt, or just needed some extra humidity. Obviously, they get sprayed like once in the evening. Not a whole bunch of water for the scorpion because obviously more, desert dwelling, but still gets a spray. But over here, the rabid wolf spider's still chilling because I haven't gotten his completely prepped. I'm really happy that all these guys are still doing really well and alive because I've had the rabid wolf spider since July of last year. And the Carolina wolf spider I've had probably since August, if I have to remember. I'll go back and look and I'll put it in the video how long I've had them. But they're both still alive and kicking, which is awesome. So I still have the moss hide that I have to make for this guy, and then that tank will be completely done. But these 2 here are finished, so I'm going to go and get this one plugged back in so that heat pad can get heating back up. But I'll show you guys, I guess, real quick while we're on the topic. My new spider. So this is where the Mexican fireleg lives. We've got a UVB light, which I doubt actually still puts off UVB. It's been a while that I've had that. But I wanted to use it more for a fluorescent light. So we have what I had left over of excavator clay for this main part here. I separated this so the dubia roaches couldn't easily just go over here and dig and kind of get lost to where the spider couldn't catch them. But I did want an area where there was soil because the spider is a type of burrowing spider. Which now that the eco earth has dried, I probably will add more. Because I added this when it was damp, and as you guys know, it's more fluffy normally when it's damp. So this clay pot over here is where I keep the sphagnum moss, which it's not one to focus, but I'll open the lid up in a minute. But then, of course, the main hide for the spider is over here. And I don't know if you'll be able to see any legs or not. Doesn't look like it. But she is currently in there. She comes out during the morning before I turn the lights on, and she's out at night as well when I turn the lights off. But she has been exploring ever so farther from this tree stump. Like today when I came in to turn the light on, she was all the way over here. Normally she only would just barely come out when I first got her. So like I said, this is a clay pot that's got her sphagnum moss, and she also has a water dish. Otherwise she does not get sprayed at all. because their humidity, if I remember correctly, has to be between 40 and 50%, and that's normally what my house sits at anyway. So when I was doing research, they said as long as there is a water dish, and they didn't even say to have a humid hide. I just provided that just to add that extra little bit of humidity into the tank, which I do need to spray it. I was letting it completely dry out because it almost looked like there might be a little bit of mold growing on the clay pot. Don't want that, so I let it completely dry. So I will probably be spraying it this evening. But I will show you at least so you guys have an idea of what she looks like. This is her molt. And like I said, I've probably had her for about a month. So for her to already molt is really great news. She has been eating her dubia roaches because I can hear her when she thumps down on them when I go to put them by her hide. So I'll show you just real quick the two other things that have changed with the room. So the death feigning beetles are actually in the reptile room now, which Lily loves watching them, and she also goes absolutely crazy when she sees them moving because, you know, she wants to eat them. But they are now currently in here. I figured they'd do much better because it's a lot warmer in this room. Even when they have their heat lamp, it still was kind of cold in the living room. So the frog has been moved out of here, and I'll show you real quick where she is currently at. So I had a guy at work that I traded a tank for that I bought at a place called Salvation Army, and he made this little divider for me so I could have some water in there and have dirt. So this is currently the frog's new setup, which I'm really happy about. She's ventured over to the water a couple of times, but otherwise I don't really think she ever leaves her corner. Yeah, you can kind of see her. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There she is. She hides right back there. So this is her new setup right here. And I do need to add a little bit more water. I don't know why, but I keep turning this water filter up. And then it keeps, like, I need to check and make sure it's not got, like, some dirt or something that's clogging it. But I am going to get a couple snails to keep in here from the guy that actually made that divider for me, so that it can kind of help keep those rocks clean and whatnot. But otherwise, pretty much that's all the updates. I don't think there's anything else that I need to tell you guys or show you. But I figured I'd go ahead and show you at least the tanks for these because I really like how they're turning out. And I really hope that the insects, or the arachnids I should say, enjoy them a lot more than their plain tank that I had before, or just kind of thrown together in a mishmash of stuff. This actually had a little bit more thought behind it, and it'll also give you guys an idea if you happen to want to catch stuff and keep them as pets. Like all three of these I caught here where I live. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you're still subscribed to the channel, that's awesome. I'm sorry that I really haven't been making many videos. I turned monetization off because it's just, you know, I'm hardly making any money anyway. So, and doing YouTube with taxes right now, it's kind of a pain in the butt the way, because I normally go through TurboTax. So it's kind of a pain the way they've been changing some of the stuff. And I don't want to get in trouble with taxes, so I've had to have a company file taxes for me the last couple of years. And I just don't want to mess with that anymore. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here before I keep rambling on. But I will try to make a little bit more videos in the future. But don't expect anything like too soon after this, just because, like, unless I feel inspired to make a video for you guys, I'm not going to force myself to make a video. It either has to be good or there's not one being made at all. That's pretty much the standards now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Here's Lily wishing she could eat my spiders. Have a good rest of your day.